iPad would work better here. So that must have been what it was. The microphone on my headset wasn't working.
Oh, now it is. Now it is.
Test, 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 test.
It's going back and forth. When you're farther away, it works.
Test, test, test. Okay, we're good. Good, we're good. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. We are at the Soldiers Arena here. I found a little bit of a hot spot with 2 full bars on the LTE network, so hopefully this stream is going to go smooth. You can catch yesterday's game on YouTube, aside from a few minutes that didn't get captured when I was struggling with the stream dropping, but I recorded the rest of it and uploaded it for you guys to go back and watch if you feel like it. Came out as a tie, 1-1. Apparently the Edmonton Blizzards' only goal was actually an offside, but no one caught it, and is what it is. So Hawks versus Riverview Blues today. 15 minutes on the clock. Kennedy at the draw. Here we go. Michaud picks up that one, and he'll walk this in. Kennedy there, grabbing that floppy puck. Out front, and just missed by Big Show Michaud. Riverview's going to make their way through the neutral zone and back in deep. We got Cam Vincent in net today for the Hawks. Halen having a great showing yesterday, stopping some 2-on-0s and 2-on-1s and keeping the Hawks in the game. And let's see what they can bring out today. The other 2 teams in the division, or the other games in our pool actually tied yesterday as well. So one game we just watched between the Navigators and Edmonton Blizzards ended up in an 8-5 win for the Blizzards. So it was an incredible game to watch. It was very close neck and neck up until the third, but 14-15 left here in the first period. We're still scoreless, and I have no angle here to see what's going on in the corner. And in neutral zone, that'll be chipped down deep and picked up by the Blues. In and around to the corner. They're trying to make their way out. Held in at the line by McLeod. And he tries to chase this puck down. Spencer coming in with the hit. Fulkins trying to walk that one through. And back around, Declan McLeod's going to pinch that one, and Noseworthy sends one in deep to keep the play alive in the Blues zone. Blues trying to gain control there to make their way back out. Battles at this near side board. It's hard to see what's going on. It's kind of just a back and forth, and that's going to be an icing against the Blues. We'll pull this one back down into their end. So a lot of time spent in the Blues end for the Hawks, and not a lot of structure going on so far with this team as far as making some plays and getting some good quality shots on net. And draw back to Baraducci. He'll send that far side. Blues pick this up, held in at the line by Anderson. Anderson sends one on net, and that'll be covered up by the Blues goaltender. And hopefully the audio is okay for you guys today. I realized my dongle yesterday was not working. That connects my headphones, and I was actually talking into the microphone of the phone, so it was a little lower than I liked. But I think today the audio is going to be a bit better for y'all. And Blues making their way out of their own end finally, and maybe we'll see some time in the Hawks zone for this team. And the shot, and a nice pad save there by Cam Vincent. Hawks trying to gain control. Fowler sends it right back to their point man. And Baraducci making his way in behind the net, gets taken into the boards. Anderson looking to make plays, loses an edge, and sends it right back up to their point. And that'll be up and over Cam's head. And the good thing about this side, and they're going to send the puck up to Fallow. And we have a delayed offside, and Pearson's just going to fire that one down. And no icing as the Hawks get some fresh legs on the ice. The stretch pass, trying to get that breakaway to capitalize on the Hawks change, but no go. And Big Show Michaud is going to chase the big man down. And Michaud and Fillmore still on the ice from this line. They need to get this breakout done. And Fillmore misplays the puck, and luckily Stanley was there to keep walking it back out to the neutral zone. Back down into blue zone they go. And maybe there was a bit of a line change here as Michaud and Fillmore seem to be staying out with Kennedy. And that's a shot on net. And a cover up here. 11:32 left in the first period, and we're still scoreless. And it's looking like there was a bit of a line change up as Kennedy, Michaud, and Fillmore make their way to the bench. And they must have swapped Pearson out. We have Stanley McDonald, Noseworthy, Fulkins, and Doucette on the ice as the Blues make their way back down into Hawks territory. Nice and deep in behind. McDonald is fighting his way out to get that puck up to Doucette. McDonald getting pushed to the ice. And Stanley chipped up to Doucette. Doucette reverse hit against the boards. And bodies on the ice. Puck stuck. McDonald comes away with it around the net to Stanley. Stanley up to Noseworthy and just wide of his stick. Into Doucette's skates, and Doucette beats the man inside, and that's going to be an offside against the Hawks. We'll pull this one outside the blue line for the face-off. Life at the draw. We got Pearson on his line now instead of Kennedy, along with Fallow. And we got Declan McLeod and Ben Levesque holding down the blue line. Ben off the boards, back into possession of the Blues. Cam out to settle that one down in behind the net. Ben sends it around as Pearson tries to figure out what to do with it, beats the man. And this holding on the puck and trying to do it all yourself is just not the way to play this game. Watching the last two teams, the puck movement was so quick and so dialed between the Blizzards and the Navigators from up north there. Declan reversing that one around, and the Blues will go back to retrieve that in their own end. No icing there as it was brushed. And a missed pass there. Anderson will send that deep. Right there, and a shot, and that'll be covered up by the Blues goaltender. And a nice look there by Michaud, I think. Try and zoom in a little bit here for you guys. Right there, Baraducci with the shot. And bouncing puck covered up by the Blues goaltender. And we'll be back to the face-off here. 9:26 left in the first period. And still scoreless. And we may be a little off kilter here, but try to get this face-off in the frame. Back in the corner, bouncing puck out front. No one can get a hold of it. Blues will make their way through neutral. Kennedy trying to get some space here. He ties Michaud up. And that'll be sent to the corner. Glove down. Cam's going to push that around to Fillmore. Kennedy through as he chased this one down. Blues come around. Fillmore in to try and hold the line. And Hawks looking to get a change here. Blues coming through. And that's going to be into the corner as Anderson looks for his breakout man. Over to Noseworthy. Noseworthy couldn't quite pick it up. That'll be sent back deep. Anderson again, backhand up to Fulkins, off the stick of Fulkins, and Blues keeping it alive. Anderson going to take his time here and reverse that around, and for some reason just send it to nobody and ice the puck. We'll pull this one back down. No, you're good. Back down into Hawk zone for the faceoff. Noseworthy at the draw. Battle at the boards here. Noseworthy will sneak that one away and right back into Blues possession. And McDonald coming in with the body. Takes his time here. He's going to bring this in behind the net. Over to Doucette. Doucette's looking for that. And a shot wide of the net from the Blues. McDonald again. Up to Fulkins. Fulkins off the boards. And Noseworthy trying to go cross ice to Fulkins. And back in Hawks end, McDonald. And a nice Blues come in and get that rebound and couldn't put it past Cam, but playing with the puck a little too long, you're going to get that pressure. And these aren't the games. These aren't the games to be doing all the puck handling yourself. Mikey walking through with the shot, and that's right into the chest of the Blues goaltender. And we're back to the face-off here. 6:39 left in the first, and we're scoreless. Ben Levesque sending it in off the shins, and the Blues come forward with it. Levesque again over to Life. Life trying to make the move. And Blues get control again. And I'm not sure when this team is going to learn that dump and chase and puck movement is the recipe to success. But a lot of players seem to like to just do things on their own and allow the pressure to come in, allow them to tie them up and make the turnover. Going trend the last couple games, but. And then a pass to nobody. We might as well ice it and bring it back down into the Hawk zone and give the Blues a chance to put a point on the board. Hawks going to get a change here. We got Kennedy at the draw. Baraducci in behind, moving it up to Fillmore. Fillmore making the move through. He has Kennedy there, back to the Blues point. Baraducci skating in and taking the body to the ice. Fillmore making the moves as he gets tripped up. And he's sent one high in the air, deflected. Tyler, I hear you, brother. This lack of learning is frustrating. Baraducci with a nice block there into the shins. And back out as the Blues will put that deep. Anderson sending it in and around. Michaud will go one-on-one. Battle of the twos. And that'll be back down into Blues zone as icing is waved off. The shot. And I didn't see where that deflected. It looked like it deflected in the net. But let's just put some pucks on net and pick up that trash in front. McDonald is going to draw this back, send it back onto the blue line. Blues pick it up as the Hawks forwards get a change. Stanley taking him into the boards right in front of the timekeeper. McDonald coming down as he gets the puck poked away once again. And the Blues in control, pass right out front, nice move and a shot. Nice save by Cam. And that will be A very good goal-scoring opportunity for the Blues when once again the Hawks just can't seem to move the puck and want to do everything themselves. And it's the most frustrating thing to watch when you're in a provincial tournament after an entire season of hockey. Noseworthy. Into the shins of Doucette. That's bounced over, and McDonald's going to come forward with it up to Doucette. Doucette walking this one in, right out front. Noseworthy reading the play there well as he let McDonald take in the forward position to try and go to the net. Nice play there by the Hawks and a good read. McDonald fires one in, and that's slowed up. Noseworthy around. Doucette couldn't quite get a hold of it. Back to McDonald. McDonald with the shot, and the blocked in front by the Blues as he comes through, and he'll dump this deep and chase it down. McDonald there reverses that one back around as Doucette goes one-on-one. Shot on net blocked down by Stanley. Fulkin's picking that one up, getting knocked off the puck. And back down deep as the Hawks get Life on the ice. Life making the move through two bodies and going with speed. And he takes the shot, and that's gloved down by the Blues goaltender. Looking for that slot pass as the Hawks try to get a bit of a change here. We got the new defense on the ice. We got Life, Pearson, and a shot on net. The goaltender's going to cover this up. 2:31 left here in the first. And we're still scoreless. And let's hope to see some good, solid puck movement. Open up those lanes and get some quality shots on net. Linesman keeping the boys in check with the draw here. Baraducci putting that one deep. Life and Pearson in the corner battling this one out. And we have a 4 and a shot on net. That'll be gloved down by the Blues. Four bodies in the corner battling for the puck. Baraducci taking his time and going for the shot, and that's deflected high. Far side boards. Fallow getting that pass to the high slot. Baraducci in and the shot, and that's high and wide of the net. Anderson holding that puck down. Pearson trying to make the moves with two guys on. Wide open defense. Back to Anderson. Anderson with the shot, and that's a nice glove save by the Blues goaltender. So far, this line has been getting a lot of good shots on net here and some good scoring opportunities, and it's nice to see. I'd still like to see a little bit quicker puck movement, though. They're getting lucky with some of these plays. Blues taking control through center ice. It's going to send that far corner. Chase it down. Ben Levesque reverses that for Kennedy. Kennedy picks it up. And he's going to chip that one in and chase it down as he slows up. And he's looking. Declan McLeod with the one-timer. Fans on it. Giving it right back to the Blues and almost giving up the breakaway. And the shot on net. Easy pad save. Oh, and Cam going for the dive save where he's aiming for that far side and ends up shooting it wide. Last minute of play here in the first period. Michaud coming in. Big Show Michaud with the hit. And that is going to be an offside call against the Hawks. We'll pull this one outside the blue zone for the face-off. Noseworthy at the draw. We got Fulkins, Doucette, Stanley, and McDonald. Doucette sending it deep. Blues around. McDonald coming in with the pinch to hit the man and a attempt to put that puck deep. McDonald going after it, but the Blues take control. They're going to send it around. Cam out to settle this one down. He'll reverse that back for Doucette. As the clock runs down here, 13 seconds left. And that'll be blown down with the no puck movement off the boards. 10 seconds to go. We'll pull it out and go to the face-off. Blues winning this one right back as he tries to get the puck. Doucette comes through. And the back check's just a little too quick there on that Blues player, and that will do it for the first period. Folks, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the second. We are still scoreless. And we're back, guys. 50 minutes on the clock, second period here. Riverview Blues, KV Hawks, Noseworthy at the draw. Riverview, clean win back. Misplays the puck as Fulkin's going to pick this one up, and a shot and a nice glove stick there by the Blues goaltender. Great attempt there, good look by Michael Fulkins. Back to the draw we go here in the Blues end. In the feet. Back to the corner, reverse back around, going to McDonald. McDonald with the shot. That'll be another glove save by the Blues goaltender. And a little bit quicker on those shot releases is going to... And there we go. Nice little shot from McDonald, not hard enough or fast enough, but the right idea. To go with the simple, less is more strategy. Off the boards, McDonald trying to hold down the line. That's chipped high into the glass. And puck's back down into Hawk zone. Noseworthy pick this up in the corner around to Stanley. Stanley going to Doucette. Nice knockdown by Doucette for Fulkins. Fulkins coming in. Doucette taking off the puck. And a good job by the Blues there, angling and denying them getting into the net. Off the boards. Anderson trying to hold that one down. Baraducci there to save the day and knock it back as Doucette toe drags. He goes in, backhand, and he couldn't quite get it as he falls to the ice. Anderson tried to fire one on net, and he fans on it. And giving up that 2-on-1. Blues fumble that one, and ruin their chances. Shot on net. That's blocker down. And that'll be cleared off the boards. Back out to neutral zone. In and around. Anderson is going to pick this one up. He's looking for an outlet pass. And he fires that right in to the stick of the Blues. Blues out front. Anderson, nice tie up there. Pushing him off the puck, making sure he had no chance. Pass. Pearson comes through, trips a guy up, no call there. Cam out to settle this one down. Life knocking him off the puck as Life and Fallow chip to Life, and no one's catching Life. Here he goes, he shot, and a beautiful glove save by the Blues goaltender. Fantastic opportunity for Life on a breakaway. Could not beat him glove side. Same move every time. And I think he needs to switch it up on his breakaways, as the last two he got denied. A nice attempt there by Levesque to send one on net. Foul out front, couldn't get a hold of it. High slot picked up by the Blues. And the Blues going 2-on-2. Pearson with the nice back check, tying him up. And I lost the puck, but they're digging away at the net here as Cam is scrambling. And we have a penalty coming up. Going to Cam Vincent for roughing. Did he point at Cam? Maybe it's Ben. Ben Levesque going to the box for roughing. First penalty of the game going to the Hawks, sending the Blues to the power play. And it was Cam Vincent taking the penalty. Pearson's going to sit for him. And here we go. Face off one by the Hawks. Fanned on, couldn't quite get the clear, and that'll be sent into the rafters. And hopefully the stream is good for you guys this time around. This spot seems to be the right place to be able to bring you the game. It's not the best view. However, I have the heaters here, so I am feeling nice and warm today, which is good. Life at the draw. Blues in control. D to D, chipped off the backhand, and that's up over the net. Off the top of the net. Actually, Life will get that clear back down. And Fallow is going to chase this one down in behind, and Fallow all alone. Oh, and a nice save. Fallow almost getting the short-handed goal. Capitalizing on the Blues misplay there. Hawks getting a bit of a change as Noseworthy puts the pressure on. And a missed pass there, knocked away, picked back up by the Blues. And Riverview are going to make their way in. Shot denied by McDonald. Noseworthy is going to send that one all the way back down. Blues goaltender out to settle this one down. In behind, Doucette looking to put the pressure on. And the Blues through center ice. Shot. And that's a nice pad save. No one there for the rebound. And so far, Blues not looking very good on this man advantage, with walking in, taking the shot, and the rest of the team just kind of standing flat-footed. And Blues coming in. Shot. Nice save by Cam Vincent. Back. Shot. Nice block there by Doucette. Levesque looking to chip off the glass. Life gets that one out. He'll chase it down. Doucette going for the change. Blues coming in. Reverse around. Looking to get that pass out, and a shot. And a nice glove save there by Cam. 10:01 left here in the second period. Still scoreless, and we are back to even strength. And a little bit of a line switch up here. We got Kennedy on the ice with Fillmore and Michaud. Kennedy coming through off the boards. And icing waved off. Back in Blues possession. Lost it in his feet. Picked up by his teammate. Fillmore going for the hit. And that was avoided. Baraducci angling. Michaud coming in. Baraducci is going to send this for an icing call. And sort of a bit of a theme it's been with the Hawks the past 2 games where they're not taking their time and bringing the puck in behind the net to try and get set back up to get a breakout going, and they'll just send the passes, no look haphazardly. Michaud and Fillmore on the 2-on-1. Oh, and pass just in behind, and that is a save by the goaltender. And honestly, that was incredible hard to read for that goalie as that puck trickled in, not on anybody's skates or anybody's stick, and kind of off the skate, shoot, and that is in his pad, and that is going to be a whistle as the boys start getting chippy in front of the net. And out there chopping onions there before they take the shots is just giving everybody way too much time to get set up. And I don't understand. Really, just get the puck. You're that close to the net. Get the shot off. Noseworthy at the draw. And let's hope one of these guys can find the back of the net here. Drawing back, Doucette. Right to Stanley. Stanley fires one on, and that's going to be slowed up into the corner. Falkins going to take him into the boards. Back out to the slot. No one parked into the net, and that'll be chipped into the linesman. Falkins will chase this one down. Falkins winning that battle off the boards. 1-on-2, and we got a penalty coming up going to the Blues, and that'll be a whistle as the Blues get the puck touch. And he'll go to the box for 2, sending the Hawks. And that's a 4-minute head contact penalty going to the Blues, giving the Hawks a chance to capitalize on this man advantage. Face-off, one back, Levesque sending it to Falkins, who's not the right guy to see with that puck, that's for sure. Nice stretch pass up to Noseworthy. Defense, Declan McLeod picking this one up and falling over his own feet. Noseworthy is going to walk this one in, and we have another penalty coming up. 6-on-5. Noseworthy's going to draw this one back, and that's the right move. And he sends that to no one. In deep, Ben Levesque just puts it right onto the Blues stick and gets the whistle. 8:04 left here in the second period, and it looks like another Blues player is going. Oh, there we go. And it looks like the clock was still going here. All right, so we got a hooking call coming up going to the Blues. Their first penalty still has 3:25 left. 2 minutes hooking, and it looks like another guy is going for 2 minutes, what I believe was a technical or an unsportsmanlike. So 3 Blues in the box, no Hawks in the box, and let's hope they keep this game clean with this 5-on-3 for 2 minutes. We got Fulkins, Noseworthy, Stanley, Doucette, McDonald to kick this 5-on-3 off for us, and here we go. Drawn back to the Blues. They try to make the clear. That's deflected, and Stanley over to McDonald. McDonald getting the shot on net, and that is right into the chest of the goaltender. And that's the right move. Let's get pucks on net. If you have a lane to the net, get them there. Pick up that trash, and let's get a goal here. One back, McDonald. Over to Doucette. Doucette to Stanley. Stanley to Doucette. Doucette to Fulkins. Fulkins with the shot. He scores! And that is what I'm talking about. Puck movement, open lanes, quick passes, and you will find that back of the net and be getting goals. 7:38 left here in the second period. 1-0 Hawks. And the goal is going to take off the first penalty that caused them to be short. We are going to stay 5-on-3 for another minute and 42. To Doucette. Over to Fulkins. Fulkins one-on-one. He's going to slow this one up. Try to get them set up. Stanley with the shot. Pad save. Back to Fulkins. Rebound. And that goes cross crease. Back to Fulkins. Misplayed over to Stanley. Fulkins and Doucette. Right over to Stanley. Stanley with the shot. And a nice save by the goaltender. An awkward angle for Stanley being that far out. But it looks like he almost managed to get that one. Minute 14 left in the 5-on-3. And then we're going to go 5-on-4 for a minute 32. 1-0 Hawks with 7:08 left here in this second period. And that one is drawn back out of the blue line. We have a bit of a line switch here. We got Life, Fulkins, and Fallow. Life trying to walk this one in. And Blues get the clear. Cam is going to take this one in his own hands and send it out to Pearson. Pearson winding up, and he doesn't know what he's doing right now. Coming back, sending it to McDonald, and Fowler will misplay that back to the Blues stick. Pearson's going to pick this one up, and Life winds up, and he's going to take some speed as he makes his way through center ice. Stanley, he stops up. Luckily, McDonald with the quick stick, the shot, and that's off the stick. McDonald shoots, and an open net, and he scores! And I'm not sure what happened to the goaltender there as he fell over, but it's 2-0. And it looks like the officials are deliberating something, but the goaltender, I'm not sure who he got knocked over by or what happened, but I did see a Blues body and a Hawks body in the crease. And I'm not sure if there was some sort of goaltender interference or not. But that was a lucky little goal on that one. And now we are still 5-on-3. Oh, right, because they have the 2 in the box. Right. We're going to stay 5-on-3 for 22 seconds. Levesque walking this one in. Hard stop. No one on the cover, and the shot, he scores! Levesque to Kennedy for the one-timer, blowing up the goaltender's bottle, and it is 3-0 for the Hawks. Back to the draw circle we go. It's going to be a 5-on-4. Hawks still on the power play for 1:40. Michaud trying to send this one in. And the Blues with the pressure. And we have a penalty coming up going to the Hawks as Fillmore battling it out with the Blues. And he's going for a head contact penalty. And it will be 4-on-4 for 1:23. And then the Hawks will go to the penalty kill for the remainder. As Fillmore is going for 2. 5:32 left here in the second period. 3-0 for the Hawks. Reversed back around. Fillmore and Anderson with the miscommunications there. Life is going to take control. Hawks back in control. Foul will chase this one down. Picked up by Schott on the Blues. He'll send that up. Life's going to pick this one up. Draw back to Baraducci. Baraducci to Anderson. Anderson is going to walk this one through. He'll send it right on net. And that's a rebound at the shot and a dive save. And a fantastic opportunity for the Hawks to get another one on the board. But I believe his name is Priest on the Riverview Blues. Makes that incredible dive across the crease to jump on the puck as quick as he can. Knows where the at the draw. In behind. Doucette will pick this one up. 4-on-4. Baraducci sends it right in. And the Blues are going to take control, but they'll send that back down as Cam stopped that one around for Anderson. Anderson couldn't get the puck away quick enough as the Blues put the pressure on and gain control. And cross ice shot, and that'll be blocked by Baraducci. Anderson sends it cross ice and back down to the Blues zone, and that'll be stopped and covered up by the Blues goaltender. We're going to go to face-off here in the Blues end with 4:07 left in the second period. Fillmore got 35 seconds left in the box, and we are a 5-on-4 for the Blues. And a shot on net stopped up by the Blues defense as they are going to send it for an icing. And we'll pull this one back down into Blues zone for the face-off. The Blues here on the power play, and so far it hasn't looked like it. And reminder, folks, we do go to a flood after the second period, so it'll be about a 15-minute break as they get the ice cleaned up for the third. Noseworthy at the draw. Blues come away with this one, and he's going to walk this one in as McDonald cuts that triangle and picks that puck off in deep. The Blues trying to make something happen, being tied up. Stanley will be there to hold this puck. 5 seconds left as Fillmore gets ready to go to the bench. And that's it. We are back to even strength. Hawks in control. Fulkins coming off the bench, looking for that stretch pass, and up to Fillmore, or up to Doucette. Blues in and around. And 3-on-1 there. Stanley trying to send that one to the net. McDonald back in on net. He's going to play it, and the Hawks almost picked that one up. Back to Declan. Declan off the boards to Doucette, and a great stretch pass, and Doucette in all alone. Oh, and a nice save by the Blues goaltender. Doucette with the dekes and couldn't get around the toe of the pad. And that is going to be covered back up by the Blues goaltender. We'll go back to the face-off. 2:31 left here in the second period. Hawks up 3-0. Kennedy, Fillmore, Michaud backed up by Levesque and McLeod. Michaud in the corner, looking to make that pass out front, and he's tied up. Fillmore going to the net. Pass, Blues make their way through. He's going to chip that and go in deep. Levesque getting taken into the boards. Both defense in behind the net, and no one there covering Cam, and luckily Fillmore saw what was going on and made his way in to avoid any of the blue jerseys in front of Cam by themselves. Here we go, back at the draw circle in Hawks zone. Blues with the shot, nice pad save to the boards. Baraducci, for some reason, wants to keep getting icing. He's craving some cake. No patience. Baraducci having a look up to Fillmore. Fillmore misses that great pass. That's back in deep as he chases it down. Kennedy in, Blues in control. Hawks trying to get a change here as Baraducci sends that one in deep. And we have a penalty coming up. And both arms up by the ref. They'll come in and we have an interference call going to Kai Fillmore back in the box again, sending the Hawks to the penalty kill. And a great penalty kill last time by them. So minute 20 left here in the second. And the Hawks will playing a man short. And cleared out, back down to Blues zone. And a fan on the pass. Fallow almost gains control here. Over to Life. Life trying to send that deep, and that's knocked down. And the Blues on the power play here, but really not doing too much about it. And Life almost getting away with it for a breakaway. Caught in the feed, that's back to McDonald. He'll send that one down in behind the net for the Blues, and they'll pick this one up and walk their way back through. Nice back check there by Fallow, knocking the puck off the stick, and that's another clear there by Fallow. Great play, tying him up. 54 seconds left in the penalty. And they're going to back down deep. Stanley's going to try and hold this puck in as the time winds down. That'll do it for the second period, folks. Hawks going into the third, up 3-0. There will be a man down for 38 seconds. But we are going to go for a quick break as the ice gets cleaned up, and we will be right back. All right, folks, here we go. Third period, Hawks up 3-0. 15 minutes on the clock. Life draw back to McDonald. Hawks still on the penalty kill as Fillmore is in the box for 30 more seconds. Blues have so far yet to capitalize on these power plays and rushing them, not doing a very good job with their patience and getting set up, getting puck movement, and opening lanes. Back to McDonald. McDonald draws it back right into the elbow of Life. Fallow backhand in as Riverview picks this up. They'll make their way forward into the Hawks zone, sent deep and around. Fillmore out of the box, back to even strength here. McDonald taking him into the boards. Life sending it up to Pearson, and Pearson will walk this one back around over to Life. Life is going to come with speed. Getting in. Angled to the boards, and 1-on-2 as Blues take that puck away. Got to make sure you're watching for that pressure and just sending it deep as Life gets taken out in front of the Blues bench. Pearson trying to have a look, loses the puck. Blues in control. Shot, and that is an offside call against the Blues. We'll pull this puck outside the Hawks blue line for the face-off. Falcons, Doucette, Noseworthy. McLeod and Levesque on the ice. Draw one back to Levesque. Levesque looking, and no one there, so he sends it off the boards to the Blues control. Trickling puck down through the circle, and that'll be back to the boards as Falcons ties the man up and Doucette in. He'll walk this one through as Blues player loses his head. Doucette with the shot that's off the shin pads of the big defense. Falcons in and around, back to McLeod. McLeod with the shot, that's high. And that is a no goal with a high stick from Falcons. And we will go back to the draw circle here in the blue zone. No, outside the blue zone. Noseworthy. Over to Doucette. Doucette going to send this one deep onto the goaltender. He'll cover this one up, and we'll have a Blues zone face-off. .51 left here in the third period. 3-0 Hawks. Back to Levesque. Levesque over to Doucette. Doucette sends one in on net. Bouncing puck through the crease, and that goes far corner. Back to Levesque. Levesque trying to get that one deep, and that is denied, but Falcons there to pick it up as he reverses that back around. Noseworthy will chase in behind, and that is going to be a clear for the Blues, and that is no icing. Declan sending it straight up the middle to the Blues player, back down into their end. And they make their way back through neutral zone. Anderson putting the pressure on, knocking the puck away. Kennedy in with Falcons. Baraducci in and around. Kennedy chipped off the boards. It gets taken off his feet. And a shot. And that is blocked out front by Baraducci. Anderson is going to flick this one up high as it's gloved down by the Blues. There'll be no icing here as the Hawks get a line change. Kennedy, Fillmore, and Michaud. Fillmore holding down the line as the Blues try to make their way out. Back and forth, poked away by Anderson, and that's going to be an offside call. And it looked like, sorry, I didn't get that one. It looked like it was going to be a bit of a tussle, and It looks like someone's going for head contact. Jacob Kennedy is going to sit for 2. For 4. Yet, it should have been a coincidental from what I saw. However, this is going to give Riverview a chance. And so far, their power play has been quite weak this entire game. And hopefully the Hawks can hold it down and continue getting those clears. Shot, pad save, rebound right there into the feet off the back of the net. Baraducci with the McDonald with the battles in. Riverview has control, and that will be a bouncing puck back down into the Blues' end as Life puts the pressure on. Back up to Fallow. Fallow gets the puck poked away. McDonald will draw this one back a bit into the skates of the linesman, and Blues gain control as they walk back in. And a nice hit by McDonald, and he's going to have a knee call on him. And that is going to be a 5-on-3 for the Blues now, as McDonald's going to the box for 4. Blues getting an absolute amazing opportunity here with 10:39 left in the third period. And similar to the second where the Hawks had a 5-on-3 for quite some time and managed to bag 3 goals in that 2-man advantage. Blues in control over, and Declan going for the block, and that shot goes wide of the net. Nice block there by Ben Levesque. Noseworthy pressure at the boards. Back. Blues walking it out. Someone's neck guard missing. And a tip and a goal. And the Blues are on the board. And they will stay 5-on-3 for another 2 minutes. And a beautiful goal there with a shot and a tip on that far side. And a tough read for the goaltender on that one. And some confusion here on the line changes. And the guy that took the knee is actually being helped off the ice. One rule in this tournament is no banging of your sticks on the boards put forth by the officials. Which is definitely silly in my eyes, as that's part of the fun, is getting amped up. Life wins the draw back to Baraducci. Baraducci right into traffic and back into the Blues stick. Blues coming in, trying to get set up. Minute 48 left on this 5-on-3. Taking their time, moving the puck. Waiting for those open slots to try and get those shots on net. And a misplay on the pass as they send it back to neutral zone, giving the Hawks a little bit of breathing room here. Blues getting a few body changes as they set up. Over. Shot on net. And a nice, almost clear, held at the line as he comes off the bench and makes his way in. Blues set back up. Minute left here in the 5-on-3 shot. And I don't even know if Cam saw that one. I don't know what happened there, but he made no moves, and I think it just went over the net. Blues misplay back out to neutral zone. As they walk this one in, and Life is going to take the shot from the blue line. Played out by the goaltender. 30 seconds left before Kennedy's back on the ice. Riverview in desperate attempts now to try, and Stanley taking yet another penalty. And the one thing we talked about was let's not take stupid penalties. Shot blocked by Levesque. Once again, he knows how to get his body in front of those pucks. Shot knocked down, rebound. And that is going to be a blown puck as Stanley is taking a boarding call. And the Blues will stay with the two-man advantage for a minute 20. And I'm a little concerned about this line out here for this 5-on-3. Right off the hop, Declan McLeod is getting the clear. Settled down by the goaltender. Blues not getting out fast enough, and Fallow is in as he comes off the bench for Pearson. And Ben Levesque at the center line getting the clear once again. We're in the final minute of McDonald penalty. Noseworthy on for Fallow. And some great quick changes here by coaches with their line. Blues with the shot, and Noseworthy knocking this one down. Trickled to the net as Cam makes the cover up. We'll go back to the face-off here in Hawks zone. Blues still 5-on-3 for 35. 7:14 left here in the third period. And it is 3-1 for the Hawks. In the feet. Ben tries to come away with it. Shot. Cam will save that one and cover it up as well. And Ben Levesque, the defense, looked like he was trying to poke that away and go for a run. And not the right move when you are down two bodies. Noseworthy with the swipe, and that goes all the way down. Goaltender playing it to the corner as Noseworthy puts the pressure on. 14 seconds left for Riverview to take advantage of this, and Noseworthy again. And an offside call against the Blues. Noseworthy is going to stay on for this one as he's had an absolute outstanding performance defensively for this 5-on-3. And McDonald to the bench as Life comes out. Soft puck on net, stick to the corner. Riverview settling it down. We have 5-on-4 for 26 seconds for the Blues. Shot, nice blocker save up over the net. Blues in control once again. Misplay at the boards. Berarducci capitalizing on this one as he puts the pressure on them. Noseworthy in to help. And a nice pass right out to Life. And Life will go up the ice 1-on-2 as the Hawks get the change. You guys go far side from the boards. Couldn't quite get there. Fallow in. 5:48 left. We're back to even strength. 3-1 for the Hawks. And we are back to the hockey game. All right, here we go. Michaud in behind. Up to Fallow. Fallow to Anderson. And we're battling at the boards here. Puck into the helmet of Life and into the rafters it goes. It'll be whistled down, and we'll bring this back to a face-off here with 5:18 left in regulation time. And so far, all the games yesterday were tie games in this pool. And then this morning's game between the Navigators and the Blizzards was an 8-5 win for the Blizzards. So the Hawks, and that's going to be a high stick call against the Hawks. Back to the draw circle we go. Face-off one back to the Blues. Blues D to D. Off the boards to Stanley. Stanley will send that right into the side of Fallow. Gets back into the Blues zone. Life with the hard stop and a shot. Oh! Right to Pearson, and Pearson couldn't quite get a hold of it. Pearson filling in for Stanley. As Stanley is holding it down in deep. Back into position he goes. Pearson clogging up Fallow. Back to Stanley. Stanley with the shot wide of the net. McDonald trying to hold the line down. Blues taking this one away. And Cam will cover this one up for the face-off. And a great back check there by Pearson. Bit of a line change here for the Hawks. We got Fulkins, Noseworthy, Doucette, and Levesque in the feet. The Blues have control of this one. Shot into outer space by the Blues on that one. In and around. Ben Levesque battling it out. Doucette thought he had it. Gloved up, dropped off for Ben. Ben going for that pass. Ends up being a icing call against the Hawks. Come back down into the Hawk zone for the face-off. 3:43 left, 3-1 for the Hawks in the third period. Same line on, Noseworthy at the draw. And Levesque battling it out at the boards. As he tries to hold them off. I don't understand the positioning of the Blues. There's not one person at the net. When you're down in a game and the puck's in the boards like that, you want to get posted up. Doucette trying to walk this one in. Too much pressure. Comes away with it right over to Noseworthy. Couldn't get through. Back to Levesque. Levesque's shot deflected wide into the corner. Noseworthy sending it out. Misplayed in the feet, and the Blues gain control. And a slap shot from the blue line up. Oh! And I'm not sure what happened there, but the race to the net ended up with two people taking it out. No penalties or anything, no arm up from the ref, so just must have been some sort of misjudgment on your way in. And back to the draw circle we go. Blues goaltender still in net. One back for McDonald. McDonald sends it out and just missed wide of the stick. That'll go all the way back down for an icing call. And we will continue play in the Hawks end here. Battle at the boards. As the bodies crash into the boards. Another shot on net. And that's going to be saved by Cam Vincent. And we're not sure where that puck went, but it's back out now. It looked like he went inside his blocker somehow, into his hand or something. I don't know. Either way. Back at the draw, we got Life. In behind, McDonald sends it around for Stanley. Stanley up to Pearson. Pearson sending it wide of the ice for Fallow. Life continuing the play up through, and Life in, out front. Covered up by the goalie, back to, and a shot. And a crazy scrambles going there. A shot off the shin of the defense. And the Blues just want rid of it. It's coming all the way back down. Cam wants play to continue, so he's going to settle this one down as no icing. Stanley trying to make the play and look for the pass, and the Blues come in behind and steal that one. McDonald has control. He's going to rush this one down. Baraducci with the slap shot from the blue line. That'll be gloved down as the Hawks tagged up for the offside. 1:16 left, and the Blues are getting a bit of a change here. Goaltender still in the net. We're still 5-on-5, and I'm looking to see if they're going to pull for the 6-on-5, and there it is. Blues goaltender to the net, or to the bench. 6-on-5 for the Blues. Final minute of play here in the third period. 3-1 for the Hawks. And a backhand, and that's picked up. Blues trying to make their way in. Back to Baraducci. Baraducci with the shot and a tip, and that is just wide of the net. The Mobs are going wild here. Doucette in deep with Falcons. Empty net, and the Blues gain control. They're going to come back through. Anderson with the shot, glove down. So far, no play on the 6-on-5 for the Blues in the Hawks' end. As 10 seconds left on the clock, Cam trying to go for the goalie goal, and he just cannot get a hold of it to get the shot off. And that will do it, folks, for Game 2. The Hawks win 3-0 against the Riverview Blues. And I'm so happy I was able to bring this game to you, and I'm going to stream from this spot the rest of the weekend. We'll wait around for the player of the game and see who gets it. Next game is against the Navigators at 8 p.m. tonight. Same spot here at the Soldiers Arena in Oromocto. Hawks going into it 1 win, 1 tie. Navigators going into it with 1 tie and 1 loss. And a little handshake here, and we will check out to see player of the game here. And good camaraderie between the teams here as we got some buddies. Doucette buddies with a couple of the Blues players. I know Halen played some lacrosse on his New Brunswick team with some of the kids on this Blues team. And for Riverview, number 13. And for the Hawks, And we got life. Getting it for the Hawks, and the Blues all coming out, giving them congratulations. Love to see the sportsmanship and love to see the camaraderie between these teams. At the end of the day, we're all hockey players, right? All right, folks, we'll be back again at 8 o'clock tonight for the game against the Navigators.